Inhale, lift your right leg up. Exhale, low lunge, take your time, bring your foot betwixt your hands. Inhale, crescent, or my favorite joke, croissant. Come on up. Lower your hands to a prayer at heart center. Inhale, bow your chest forward. Exhale, revolved crescent twist. Couple things to know. You can drop down onto your left knee at any point. You can open your arms out if that feels like a fun challenge, or possibly hover your elbow off your thigh. I like to have my elbow on my leg though for extra support. Either way, draw your thumbs in towards your chest if you're staying with the high five. Firm your floating leg, breathe in, and exhale, runner's lunge. Plant your palms down to the inside of your right foot and begin to toe heel your right foot over towards the right side of the room. Make sure that your hips, your sits bones are still lined up with each other. And today, explore dropping your back knee if it's not already, and bend your elbows any amount. Maybe your forearms and elbows touch the floor today. Maybe it's just encouraging them closer downward. Either way, glue your right leg up against your right ribs. Round your upper back like you're in cat pose to let your head safely hang down towards the mat. Take a little bit of time here and keep working your inner thighs to squeeze in towards each other. Inhale, high plank. Take a moment, bring your feet together. Root into your left hand. Inhale, side plank, Vashisthasana. Lift your right arm up to the ceiling. You can drop your left knee, you can drop your left elbow, or if you're feeling it, float your right foot up to the ceiling. Breathe in. Exhale, high plank. Either hold here or go through your chaturanga. Either way, meet in downward facing dog. So that nice and slow on the left. Inhale, extend your left leg up towards the ceiling. Exhale, low lunge. Travel your foot in. Put some weight into your left heel. Inhale, crescent, high lunge. Lift your arms back up. Right heel over the ball mound of your right foot. Lower your hands to your heart. Hinge forward. Exhale, revolved crescent twist. Do whatever leg and arm variations you did from the other side. Wherever you're at though, feel your right thigh bone plugging up into the hip socket. Level out the weight in your hips by pushing your left sits bone down to encourage your right hip to stay floating up towards the ceiling. Exhale, runner's lunge. Plant your palms to the inside of your left foot. Toe heel your left foot over to the left edge of the mat. Back knee onto the ground. And this side is gonna feel different, but aim to get your elbows to either touch down to the floor or just that simple bend will do a body good. If you're right-handed, $20 says this side does indeed feel tighter, so acknowledge it. Work your inner thighs, hollow out your core a little bit, and gaze back to the wall behind you. Inhale, high plank, straighten your arms, straighten your legs. This time right hand is going to be the bearer of your weight. Inhale, side plank, Vashisthasana. Lift your left arm up. Option to do what you did on the other side. Maybe this side needs a little different, but line up your wrists with each other. Take one more round to lift. Exhale, high plank, either hold or go through the push-up. Breathe in. Exhale, down dog. Breathe in, look forward, and exhale, forward fold, top of your mat. Start to roll yourself up to a standing position. When you get to the top, little shrug down your shoulders if you need that. Push down into your right foot. Inhale, single leg mountain, lift your left knee up, arms up and overhead. Take a breath. Exhale, airplane Dakasana, but we're gonna play a little bit today. So aiming, as always, for the left heel, hips, shoulders, and head to line up with each other. Now slap your palms up against your hip area, keeping this like pencil shape in your body. Inhale, up dog your chest. So notice how just that little rotation in the spine made it super hard. Exhale, standing splits. Turn your right hip down in line with your left. Breathe in. Exhale, eagle legs. Spiral the left thigh over and on top of the right. You can kickstand your left toes to the floor to help you out here. And when you are ready, keeping the legs, inhale, lift up. your torso, and when you get to the top, eagle arms, left elbow binds underneath the right. Glue your legs together, lean your shoulders right back over your hips, gaze between your hands, keep pushing your shoulder heads down your back. For extra, keep leaning back to the wall behind you. Begin to unravel, let it go, shake it out a little bit. Let's do that all over again. Inhale, single leg mountain, lift your right knee up. Exhale, airplane, Dakasana. As you're extending the arms and legs back to the wall behind you, that's when you're dropping the chest down in line with the hips. Rotate the right hip flexor to face the floor. Begin to glue your palms up against your outer hips to help create that pencil shape. Inhale, up dog the chest. Still trying to get shoulders, hips, and floating heel to line up. Breathe in. Exhale, standing splits. Lower your hands down. As much as you can, kick your right heel up to the ceiling. Look back. And exhale, eagle legs. Start to wrap the right thigh forward and around the left quad. Lift the right sits bone up so that the left sits bone lines up with the right. Inhale, start to roll yourself up. You can kickstand your right toes for extra support. When you get to the top, wrap your right elbow underneath your left, full bind of eagle pose. Like chair, trying to get the left kneecap as close to the left ankle joint as possible. Stack up shoulders and hips, one upon the other, and with steadiness in your breath, look forward. Exhale, release. Nicely done. Shake it out. Inhale, mountain, come on up. Exhale, forward fold. Just nice and simple here. Inhale, halfway lift your chest. Exhale, chaturanga, step or hop to the back of your mat. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, lift your right leg up. Exhale, low lunge. We'll do the American version today. Place your back heel onto the floor. Inhale, warrior one, Virabhadrasana A. Take a second. You might need to shorten some distance between your feet or possibly grab your hips to help re-square the hips forward. You can high five your hands today if that feels comfortable. Maybe look up at your palms, but balance the weight from foot to foot. Like crescent, trying to keep the hips squared. Work your arms back in line with your ears. Exhale, low lunge, adjust the back foot. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, right knee to your left armpit. Inhale, broken triangle. So rolling onto the pinky toe sides of both of your feet, begin to lift your left arm up to the ceiling. Now really glue into the pinky side of your left foot to allow your right ankle to lift. Over time, reach down with your left hand and grab for your right foot. Bring your left hand back down. Drop your right hip to the floor. Fall in triangle, so lining up your right heel with your right hip. Flexing out through both feet. Square your torso to the top of your mat. Exhale, begin to lower your chest down any amount towards the floor. As your chest starts to drop though, activate your left leg. Feel your left inner knee lifting off the ground. And encourage your left armpit to roll down in line with your right. Feel your thigh bones still working their way into the hip sockets. And there's no need to force any part of this pose. Let it do its thing. Inhale, walk your hands back to your hips. Lift your right hip off the floor. 3-leg down dog kick. Lift up your right leg. And exhale, option for a chaturanga. Hinge forward and lower down. Exhale, down dog. Walk your hands back to your feet today and take gorilla pose at the back of your mat. So slide your hands one at a time underneath your feet so that your toes are in your wrist creases. Please remember that if that just is not your body today, do ragdoll instead and grab for opposite elbows. The important thing here is that you're getting a counter stretch in your wrists from side plank, high plank, etc. Slide your hands back out from underneath you and take this back into your down dog. Inhale, extend your left leg up to the ceiling. Exhale, low lunge. Place the back foot onto the floor. Inhale, warrior one. Reach yourself up and overhead. Again, take a second. Realign the hips with each other. Aim to create a deep bend into your right knee, but know that a subtle one can be just as difficult as a deeper one. Option to high five your hands again and maybe look up at your wrists. But cultivate the power in this pose. Root into your feet. Draw energy in through your core. And exhale, low lunge. Plant your palms. Lift your left leg up to the ceiling. Exhale, left knee to the right armpit. Inhale, broken triangle. Extend the left leg out. Reach your right arm up. Maybe you stay here or start to lift the left heel off the floor. Or for the full expression, reach the right hand down and grab for the big toe. Inhale, reach back up, and exhale, fallen triangle. Drop your left hip. Use your right hand to realign your left heel with your left hip. Rotate your chest as far forward as possible, and then begin to experiment, dropping down your forehead closer and closer to the mat. Once you're in the depth of the stretch though, firm your inner thighs to help lift your right inner thigh off of resting on the ground. Keep working your shoulders down and away from your ears. Lock the thigh bones into the hip sockets. Relax your breath. This can be a really deep stretch in your IT bands. Inhale, walk your hands back to your hips. Dig into your back foot. Inhale, 3-leg down dog, left leg up to the ceiling. And exhale, option for a chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing, lift your knees. Exhale, down dog.